What is going on, guys? Dolphins Jets preview. There's a lot of stuff here that we're going to be talking about here today because this is the Week 18 finale. A lot of things really here to discuss. But as we know, all of the schedule for Week 18, the very exciting game is the Vikings Lions on Sunday Night Football to see who wins the division. That's a very exciting one. But talking about Dolphins and what's important for this one is we do know that the Bengals will be playing the Steelers earlier, so that game doesn't really have any impact on for the Dolphins to make it to the playoffs. But the Dolphins do need to beat the Jets, and they also need the Broncos to somehow lose to the Chiefs because we all heard the Chiefs are going to be resting some of their starters. So it's going to be a very difficult situation for Miami. Are they going to be able to make it into the playoffs? Because Broncos are playing at the same time the Dolphins are. 4:15, 4:25 Eastern time. So it should be very exciting. But as a Dolphins fan, we can only control our team and how we play up against the Jets. That's what's super important. And everyone probably heard about the breaking news. Tua looks very unlikely to play. He's pretty much been ruled out this week, which is very unfortunate. It's kind of crazy. Last week, it was not until Saturday that he was ruled basically doubtful. And here on Wednesday, it's already being suggested that Tua's pretty much out for this week. And Tyler Huntley's been taking all the snaps with the first team, so we just gotta wait and see what happens. But the good news is Jalen Waddle's probably expected to play this week, so that would be a much needed boost. Give ourselves another receiver that Tyler Huntley can throw to. But this is a big question about Tua. Is every single season except for last season, but he's had injury concerns. There's just a lot of debate. Can you I don't think the Dolphins can trust Tua to be there when we need him most. He has been not readily available. He's very fragile. There's a lot of questions around that. So that's a very big concern as a Dolphins fan for the future. I'm really worried about that. I know there's an out for us next year with getting outside of Tua's contract, but we just gotta wait and see. Let me know what you guys think about this whole situation because your franchise quarterback or supposedly franchise quarterback, when you need him most, he has to show up. That's what Burrow does. I mean, that's what Josh Allen does. That's what these good quarterbacks do. So this is a very big concern for us Dolphins fans. But now talking about this game, obviously you can't take it lightly. It is the Jets, and they've struggled mightily this season. This could be Rodgers' final game as a Jet, potentially. Who knows? It's the Jets' final game of the season. They're not making the playoffs. So they don't have too much to fight for, except we are a divisional opponent, so you can't take the Jets super lightly. Obviously, I think Tyler Huntley with Waddle and Tyreek Hill, I think we'll be able to get it done. And also, I just want solid performances from the offensive line. And I don't want any more silly play calling from Mike McDaniels. Throw the ball down the field because Huntley was accurate last week, very accurate. He didn't turn the ball over, which was probably the most important part. And he was very efficient with his legs. That's what we're going to need to continue to see him do this week because it's a very pivotal game. You know, potentially Miami can make the playoffs. Like I said, we're going to need some help. But just talking about this game, what I expect to see from this defense is just a solid effort. I want to see getting pressures with Chop Robinson and see what we basically can do with the team. I expect a lot of positive things, but it would be very disappointing if we end the season on a loss. Control what we can control. You know, go try to get a win. If we make the playoffs, it's great. If Denver wins, you know, it is what it is. I hope they lose. Hopefully Miami gets that 7 spot. But this just begs the question about Tua and his basically future with Miami. If you can't trust him to be healthy in the biggest games, you know, making it to the playoffs, what good is he? And that's just a big concern I have as a Dolphins fan. It's something that's been going on consistently for these last couple seasons, and we obviously know Tua's, you know, putting in his effort, but when you can't trust a guy to be healthy, or he's not healthy consistently, there's a big concern, especially when you're paying him $50+ million annually. So that's just a big concern a lot of Dolphins fans have. I specifically have. Let me know what you guys think the Dolphins should do. Should they try to get another quarterback, another franchise quarterback? Trade Tua? Should they move on from him potentially? There's just a lot of just different things. But my final score predictions, I have the Dolphins winning this one 24-13. I think Miami will take control. The defense will give up some points, but I ultimately think the Dolphins will get it done. And I actually think Denver will lose to Kansas City in a shocker. I see Miami getting the 7th seed. Let me know what you guys think about this one.